Good morning. This is DN Thakur, DNT. Welcome to my channel for spoken English. Today we are going to learn very important lesson of communication. As we know that etiquettes and manner is vital in every places, everywhere. Doesn't matter whether we are in classroom, we are in office, we are at dining table, we are in toilet, we are in bathroom, we are on road, we are in school, everywhere etiquette and manners counts. It's very important. आज हम लोग इस सेशन में बहुत सारे एटिकेट वर्ड्स सीखेंगे और ये एक वर्ड, दो वर्ड और एक छोटा सा सेंटेंस के रूप में होगा. हमने टाइटल भी बनाया एटिकेट वर्ड्स एंड सेंटेंसेस. सो विल सी वन बाय वन ईच एटिकेट वर्ड्स एंड विल डिस्कस, विल ट्राई टू लर्न हाउ ईच वर्ड, ईच सेंटेंसेस is used in a particular situations. So we are going to learn one by one. First of all, listen please. It's listen please. When do we use listen please? In Hindi, listen please, सुनना, सुनिएगा, सुनते हैं. For these we use only sentence, that is the listen please. When we want to gain somebody's attention towards us, when we want to divert somebody's attention towards us, at that time we should listen please. If somebody is doing something, if you want to interact with the person, अगर उसे बात करना है तो first, in order to gain attention, we have to say listen please. So this word is listen please. सुनिएगा जरा. The second word is just coming. When somebody calls us, जब हमें कोई बुलाता है और हमें वहाँ जाना है, थोड़ा सा वक्त लगता है, at that time say we should just coming. Just coming means that the person has called and you want to reach there without delay, without wasting time. Within a short interval of time you want to reach there and you say just coming. Suppose you are studying and your meal is ready, your mom is calling. So you say just coming mama, just coming sir, just coming brother, just coming. We don't say आ रहे हैं, आए, आते हैं. We don't say that. We say just coming. So the word is just, T is silent, and when we are using the line, we are using the sentence, these two words comes together while speaking. So it becomes just coming. Third word is go up please, go down please, come up please, come down please. Where we can use these words? Suppose we find a multi-stories building. The ground floor is called downstairs and all upper floors are called upstairs. Suppose two persons are standing downstairs and one person wants to send other upstairs. At that time one person can say to other go up please. ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जब दो व्यक्ति नीचे हैं ग्राउंड फ्लोर में और वो दूसरे बंदे को ऊपर किसी भी फ्लोर पे भेजना चाहता है तो वो उसे कहता है इंग्लिश में गो अप प्लीज, कृपया ऊपर जाइए. इट इज यूज्ड इन केस ऑफ सेंडिंग समवन फ्रॉम डाउनस्टेयर टू अपस्टेयर. जस्ट अपोजिट ऑफ दैट, गो डाउन प्लीज. सपोज one or two persons are standing upstairs and if somebody wants to send somebody downstairs, at that time he say go down please. So the word go up please, ऊपर जाइए कृपया, go down please, नीचे जाइए, in case of sending somebody upstairs and downstairs. Another word is come up please. Suppose two or more than two persons are standing upstairs and one person wants to call somebody from downstairs. The person who is standing at downstairs, the upstairs person can say come up please, ऊपर आ जाओ. आप अगर ऊपर के फ्लोर पे हैं और नीचे वाले किसी बंदे को बुलाना चाहते हैं तो आप उसे इंग्लिश में कहते हैं कम अप प्लीज, कृपया ऊपर आ जाइए. जस्ट अपोजिट दैट, ठीक उसके उल्टा, अगर हम नीचे में हैं, ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे हैं और कोई बंदा ऊपर है, अपर फ्लोर्स पे है और अगर हम उसे नीचे बुलाना चाहते हैं तो उसे इंग्लिश में कहते हैं कम डाउन प्लीज, कम डाउन. दैट मीन्स यू आर आस्किंग पर्सन टू बी डाउन at the ground floor. Now the next etiquette is get down please. जब हम किसी को उतरने के लिए कहते हैं ऊपर से नीचे, उस केस में गेट डाउन प्लीज का यूज होता है. सपोज in a group we are somewhere upstairs and everyone wants to come to downstairs. At that time one person can say to others, let's get down. Suppose you are traveling in a train, you want to get down at the next stop, you are at the gate, you are asking somebody, will you please get down? क्या आप उतरेंगे? I want to get down, मुझे उतरना है. So जब आप किसी को ऊपर से नीचे उतरने के लिए कहना चाहते हैं, in English we say get down please. That means you are asking person to get down. Now another important etiquette coming is little move please. Little move please. It is used in place of a little place. When you are demanding little place from somebody, suppose you want to ride a bus and the bus is crowded, somebody is standing at the gate is crowded. You can say little move please, थोड़ा सा खिसकना. Suppose you have been to somewhere at doctor's clinic or somewhere where you have to wait. When you reach there, you saw that somebody is seated occupying much space. You want to sit there. At that time you say little move please by indicating little move please. That means you are asking person to give you some space. I mean to say little space. So in case of demanding little space from somebody, you can say little move please. थोड़ा सा खिसकना. थोड़ा सा खिसकना means giving somebody little space. When you ask somebody little move please, that does not mean that the person is going to leave that place at all. No, the person will only make sure that you get a little space. So it's better to say little move please. Now the next word is move aside please. Suppose you are walking through a way, you are going somewhere and the people are talking on the way, they have gathered at somewhere and you don't find the passage to sneak and to move. In that case you say move aside please. That means you are asking person to completely free your way so that you can pass and move easily. So it's better say move aside please. Sometimes it is quite informal when people use side please. Idea is conveyed, but it's not a proper language. So it's better always to say move aside please rather than saying side please. And as well we say a little move please. थोड़ा सा खिसकिएगा या फिर मुझे थोड़ी सी स्पेस चाहिए. In case of little move please, we can also say excuse me. Excuse me is also used. This also indicates that you are demanding something from someone. So you can say excuse me, you can say little move please. And when you want that the person should completely move from the way, in that case we say move aside please. So it's move aside please. Now next set of etiquettes, it is a manner to always regard and respect elders, seniors, olders. This is how we have been trained. It is our duty, it is our responsibility to offer seats to somebody when they come to you. We have to keep in mind two things as formal language and informal language. For this we have to keep in mind as हम किससे बात कर रहे हैं. The person whom we are talking is senior to or is junior to. So our language little bit changes person to person because senior person is regarded and respected much than the younger ones. So when any junior, my friends, my classmates, my juniors come to me, in case if I want to offer them seat, I say sit down please. We'll make sure that sit down please is like an order. So an order cannot be given to a senior and older person. So sit down can only be used for the junior. when you want to offer seat to them. As soon as the person comes, by indicating seat, you can say, sit down, please. As in class, when the teacher just stands in order to give regard to the teacher, teacher says, sit down, please. But in case of senior, older, elder, the person who is regarded and respected, we never say sit down. We say take your seat, please. Or better, we say please be seated. So when you are using this for a senior person, it is always apprehensive, it is always appreciable. Now I'm coming for the next set of etiquette. This is a wonderful habit, a very nice habit. It shows the culture of English people or the English environment. We should make a habit of always saying, sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. When do we say I'm sorry? And why do we say I'm sorry? There are two kinds of mistakes. First of all, I would like to say something about what is mistake. Actually, mistakes means something which happens unexpectedly, which you are not planned of. In my knowledge, mistake is always because of ignorance, not knowing something. To err is human. To commit is very common. It's very obvious that the people will commit mistake because of not having the proper knowledge and expertise and ideas about anything. It's general, it's common to commit mistakes. So there is no harm committing mistakes. But the important thing is, when you commit mistake, at the same time, you must confess it. You must accept your mistakes. You're guilty. So when you commit a mistake, a little mistake, and you realize your mistake, you want to confess by your mistake, you can only confess your mistake by saying, I'm sorry. See, you can say sorry and I'm sorry. There is a big difference between these two. Sorry is a very common and normal word, but when you say I am sorry, it is more personal. So I always appreciate when you commit a mistake, it's better to say I'm sorry. Your expression should match with the word that you are really feeling sorry. It is your own feeling. No one is here to give you pressure, or no one insists you to say that you have done something wrong and you say sorry. It is what you feel that you have done something wrong, and it is your now responsibility to say that I'm sorry. So confessing mistake is a very good idea. It's a nice thing. People love when somebody accepts their guilty and mistakes. So it's always very interesting to use I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry. मुझे बहुत दुख है. There are two kinds of mistake, as I told you. One is a little mistake, another one is a big blunder. Something big which has a bigger effect. When you commit big mistake, don't say I'm very, very sorry. It's better to say I'm extremely sorry. Extremely means only very much. So, very, very sorry is absolutely wrong. It's not a right word to use. Better we use I'm extremely sorry. This is what when you confess yourself your mistakes. And that's a very good idea. Accepting your mistakes, accepting your guilty. It's better always to mend yourself, to improve yourselves, and definitely it will impress others. Now I'm coming next part. Thank you. Thank you and thank you very much. When do we say thank you? Using thank you is definitely a very good manners. When somebody does something for you, when somebody helps you, supports you, pampers you, when somebody has, a well wishes for you, when somebody wishes you, it is our essential habit to tell them thank you. Thank you is always used when somebody offers you something, anything. Doesn't matter what you have been offered, anything. Somebody is eating biscuits and pass to you. Excuse me, would you like to have it? You say, if you want, no problem. If you don't want, still no problem. But why not to say thanks? No thanks. So whenever anyone offers anything, whenever supports you, helps you, even a little, always give them in return thank you. But my dear, there are two words here, thanks and thank you. Thank you is more formal than thanks. When you are speaking, जब आप किसी सीनियर से, ओल्डर से, एल्डर से, किसी पर्सन से बात करते हैं, आप उससे कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पर थैंक्स ना कह के थैंक यू बोला जाना चाहिए. ये ज़्यादा फॉर्मल है rather than saying thanks. अब हम बात करेंगे थैंक यू वेरी मच का यूज़ कहाँ होगा. बिल्कुल when there is a big help for us from somebody, जब हमें कोई बहुत बड़ा हेल्प करता है, बड़ी मदद, in that case I say thank you very much. It's very kind of you. You are great. People love appreciation. We should not forget to appreciate people about their skills, about their qualities, about what they have. They love to hear it. So, it's a very common habit in English culture. Thank you and thank you very much. Now, we have another set of etiquette words. एक बार फिर दूसरे कैटेगरी के etiquette words. ये कुछ मैनर जो हमें टेबल पे देखने को, डाइनिंग टेबल पे देखने को मिलता है कि जब हमें कोई ऑफर करता है, when somebody offers us something, oh sorry, you want to offer somebody something in addition to something. Suppose you have served meal to somebody and you are asking to have something more in addition to what you have given. You say anything else please, और कुछ लेंगे. So suppose you have been to a grocery store, stationery store, you have given your list, item names, list is given, and giving everything, shopkeeper is asking you anything else please, और कुछ लेंगे. If you have anything in mind, you add your list. Otherwise you say no thanks. तो जब आप किसी को कहते हैं anything else please और कुछ लेंगे, it has a two response. When person asks, जब person कोई ऑफर करता है कुछ लेने के लिए, तो हम लोग फटाफट we check our requirements कि हमें ज़रूरत है कि नहीं. In case if we need, we say yes, thank you. In case we don't need, very fairly we say no thanks. Only telling no is rude. Don't say. It is better to say no thanks. नहीं धन्यवाद. So when somebody asks you anything else, please, you can say either no thanks, or you can say yes, some biscuits please, some cold drinks please, some snacks please, or whatever you have in mind, you can ask them to offer, or whatever you have been offered, you can ask for that. Now again, when somebody offers you something, again asking anything else please, you want more, we check requirement, whether I need it or not. In case if I don't need, simply I say no thanks. But when something is given sufficiently, when something is according to our requirement, and somebody is asking, insisting to take more, we can firmly say it's enough. It's enough means it is sufficient for me. I need not more. मुझे और नहीं ज़रूरत है. Suppose I'm traveling somewhere. My bus fare is 50 rupees. I have been given 50 rupees, and my parents asking, "Hello dear, you want more?" I say no, it's enough. Because I know that 50 is enough for me, it's sufficient for me, I need not more. So when somebody offers you something and you think that that is sufficiently with you, you say it's enough. It's too much. Too much is used when you think that something is excessive to you, over to you. When something is beyond your requirement. Suppose somebody asks me, "Hello DNT, take a little bit more." When I say that this is already excessive in quality and amount with me, so I say simply, it's too much. It's too much means there is no requirement. Something which is being offered is more than requirement. So I said it's too much. These 4 words are very interesting. Anything else please? No thanks. Oh yes, some biscuits please. Oh, it's enough. Oh, it's too much. आपने देखा होगा जब दो दोस्त आपस में मजाक करते एक दूसरे से, अगर वो लिमिट से बाहर जाता है तो दूसरा कहता है it's too much. That means there is a limit for everything. When somebody crosses the limits, you can say it's too much. It's too much means it cannot be accepted more. And that is how we express our feelings. Now, अब हमारे पास एटिकेट का सबसे सुंदर वर्ड जो सबसे ज़्यादा यूज होता है, it's very common word, everyone uses it. I don't know whether we really understand the meaning and the situations where excuse me is used. So excuse me कहाँ use हो सकता है? I don't have place here to write. I can orally go. Where can we use excuse me? Excuse me can be used in 4 different conditions. At the time of permission, at the time of making request, at the time of disturbance, and at the time of space. I told 4 things about excuse me: permission, request, disturbance, and space. These are the 4 circumstances, situations where excuse me can be used. First, in case of permission, suppose you want to enter somebody's room, somebody's class. Before entering room, you say, "Excuse me, may I come in?" You want to take something from somebody, you say, "Excuse me, may I take this?" "Excuse me, may I go out?" So before asking for permission, make sure that we use excuse me. हमें परमिशन लेने से पहले excuse me का यूज याद करके करना चाहिए. नॉर्मली हम लोग करते नहीं. May I come in, sir? No. Excuse me. It's better to stand at the gate and first, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, madam. May I come in? And thereafter you enter the class as per your permission. So this is what when we use for asking permission. In case of request, जब आप किसी को कुछ करने के लिए कहते हैं, it's better to say, excuse me. Excuse me, would you fetch me a glass of water? I'm feeling thirsty. Excuse me, would you please hold it for me? When you want somebody to do something for you, you say, excuse me. Suppose you wanted to know somebody's name. Excuse me, may I know your name, please? Because you are requesting somebody to tell his or her name. First we say at the time of permission. Second we say at the time of request. And third, we say at the time of disturbance. You know what disturbance is? You are speaking, suddenly there is a sneeze. You say, excuse me. You are speaking, you are in a group, suddenly you start coughing. You say, excuse me. You are somewhere in a meeting, in a classroom, suddenly your mobile phone starts ringing. Everyone is disturbed. You say, excuse me. You want to leave your class, your meeting, your place, suddenly from someone, you say, excuse me. So when you think that because of you, somebody is disturbed, you say, excuse me. खास करके जब हमें छींक आता है, खांसी आता है, when we yawn, excuse me. When we cough, excuse me. When we sneeze, excuse me. Suppose somebody is reading newspaper. You want to see the tabloid. You want to see one page. You want to ask for a page. How can you demand? Excuse me. Can I see the headline? Can I see one page? Because you are disturbing other. You have some work with some officer. You have been to some corporate. You are near table. Before interacting person, you are disturbing him. Say, excuse me, sir. And then you approach with your word. So, excuse me can be used at the time of asking permission. Excuse me can be used at the time of, disturbance. Excuse me can be used at the time of request, making request. And at the same time, it can be used at the time of asking a space. As I told you earlier also, for little move please. In place of little move please, you can say excuse me please by indicating. Suppose only two persons are seated on sofa, there is a space, you can sit there, you say excuse me. So that the person can move a little and you adjust there. So, excuse me. Excuse me is very, very interesting words. I love using always excuse me. It's better. Now, next word is very interesting word. Very, very small word is this one. Pardon. Pardon me. Where pardon is used. Pardon can be used when somebody tells you something and you really could not catch that. You did not listen it properly. Or you say that you really don't understand what the person is telling. In that case, you say, pardon. मैंने आपसे कुछ पूछा और आपने ठीक से सुना नहीं. अब हिंदी में बोलते हैं, क्या बोले, क्या कहा, जोर से बोलिएगा, सुना नहीं, रिपीट कीजिए. इतना बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है. Only word you say, pardon me, the person will easily come to know that he or she will have to repeat the line for you. So you say pardon. Or you say, excuse me, I couldn't get you. Excuse me, I don't understand. Would you repeat it, please? It's better always saying, pardon me. Or you say, I beg your pardon. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Sorry. The person will repeat for you. It's a very good etiquette while having conversation while communicating with anyone. We can use this word pardon. I beg your pardon. Sorry. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. And forgive me, please. There are two more etiquettes coming. I beg your pardon. See, there are two kinds of mistake, as I told earlier also. One is a little mistake, another one is a bigger mistake. Sometimes when we commit mistake, it is we who ourselves decides to accept and confess the mistake. No one bothers about that whether you feel it sorry or not. Sometimes when we commit a little mistake and somebody wants to give punishment for that mistake. So in order to avoid that punishment, आपने कोई गलती करा और उस गलती के लिए कोई सजा देना चाहता है, तो सजा से बचने के लिए, माफी मांगने के लिए, छोटा गलती है, आप कहते हैं I beg your pardon. वहाँ I am sorry, I am extremely sorry बोलना is not proper. Because वो self realize करने के लिए है. और यहाँ पर I beg your pardon is used for asking for forgiveness. आप किसी को आपकी गलती के लिए माफ करने के लिए आप कहते हैं, तो आप कहते हैं I beg your pardon. दूसरा वर्ड इज forgive me please. Forgive me please, मुझे माफ कर दीजिए. You have committed certain mistakes and somebody wants to give punishment for that. You want to escape from that punishment. You want to avoid that punishment. और आप कहते हैं forgive me please. For example, आपको क्लास में टीचर ने बहुत सारा होमवर्क दिया, आपने होमवर्क करके नहीं ले गया. टीचर made you stand in the class and asking, hey, why didn't you do your homework? अब आप टीचर, आप जान रहे हैं कि आपको पनिशमेंट देंगे होमवर्क के लिए, तो आप कहते हैं सर forgive me today sir, आज माफ कर दीजिए सर. सर I assure you sir, from tomorrow onwards I'll do my homework. सर आज माफ कर दीजिए, कल से मैं होमवर्क करता हूं. तो आप माफी मांगने के लिए क्या कहा? Forgive me please. तो दो तरह की माफी मांग सकते हैं, दो तरह से. छोटी गलती के लिए I beg your pardon, और गलती थोड़ी सी बड़ा हो तो आप कहते हैं forgive me please, मुझे माफ कर दीजिए. So we can say I beg your pardon and forgive me please. I'll repeat once again all the words which I have covered today. आज जो हमने कवर किया है, एक बार हम पढ़ के देखते हैं, रीड करके देखते हैं कि इसकी उच्चारण, इसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन कैसा होता है. Listen, listen not, listen please. Just not, just come in. Go up please, go down please, come up please, come down please, get down please, little move please, move aside please, sit down please, take your seat please, please be seated. I'm sorry, I'm extremely sorry. Thank you very much. Anything else please? No thanks. Oh yes, some biscuits please. It's enough. It's too much. Excuse me please. Pardon. I beg your pardon. Forgive me please. So that's all for today. आज हम लोग स्पोकन के सबसे खास एक्सरसाइज को फोकस करने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरह से हमारा एटिकेट्स, हमारा संस्कार, हमारा शिष्टाचार, हमारा रीति रिवाज बढ़िया हो. ये जो एटिकेट वर्ड्स एंड मैनर्स इज, दिस इज क्रॉस कल्चर skills. Wherever you go in English environment, in business like culture, anywhere in the world, these etiquette words are mostly recommended to use and accepted everywhere. और हमें ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत छोटा छोटा वर्ड है, हम अगर थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करें तो ये सारा वर्ड आसानी से सीख सकते हैं एंड वी कैन यूज इट एवरी डे एट आवर होम, एट आवर ओन प्लेस, विद फ्रेंड्स, रिलेटिव्स, एक्वेंटेंसेस, एवरीवन। सब समझते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि इसमें से बहुत डिफिकल्ट वर्ड है जिस वर्ड को हम सुने नहीं होते हैं, सारा वर्ड सुना हुआ है, बस हमें सिर्फ यूज करना है। वी हैव टू ब्रिंग दीज सेंटेंसेस इनटू आवर हैबिट और इसके लिए हमें इन चीज़ों को घर पे बोलना होगा, बाहर बोलना होगा, एवरीवेयर बोलना होगा। सो थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग माई वीडियो। और अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा, आप लाइक किए होंगे, आप अगर इससे कुछ सीखे हैं तो आई होप कि यू विल सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड यू विल प्रेस माई bell button also, you will comment also, you will share also, and this is how I will be encouraged to make the further coming next videos for you to learn more and more. Thank you very much. Nice. Bye for now.